Hi everybody. Today I want to speak about the larger range we can have. This is an exceptional range in Meursault location. This is 100% estate of course, and it's 20 hectares on this location. 6 premiers crus which are exceptional and so different, but also Meursault-les-Clous, which is a very nice and high location on the hill, which gives something so interesting. Joseph Henriot had the great opportunity to buy 32 hectares in Meursault on a famous estate which was Mignon estate. It means 20 hectares arriving on Bouchard Père estate coming from Meursault appellation. The first wine is Meursault-les-Clous. It's a village, but the location is so specific. 300 meters, it always gives something so alive and crispy. It's unusual in Meursault, but you have agrumes, something exotic or close to grapefruit expression. The body is always so interesting. It's large, but so precise. The minerality is perfect, but the altitude gives a crisp, a good acidity, a good backbone with the acidity. And this wine is absolutely perfect today, but can age for a long time. So the second wine is Meursault Père. It's a premier cru, of course, on the north of Meursault-Genévrier. Well, peaches, apricot, dried flowers. Oh, I love the palette because you have a very well-balanced definition. You have the minerality with limestone, of course, but the wine is so ripe, crispy, with a good acidity. The aftertaste is built, it's close to grapefruit definition. Very alive, so expressive, with a good energy. I love this. Third one is Meursault Bouchard. So different than Meursault Père. Bouchard is up Père, so the location is cooler, certainly. But the definition is so rich. It's gingerbread, marmalade, something with dry oranges. So complex. So different, one more time. You go back to the grapefruit expression, but with a rich definition. It's not heavy, but so large, ripe. I love this because you have it's like a square, something much more rich. It needs certainly a longer time to age, but this is a monument. The wine is so interesting. Meursault Goutte d'Or. This is the northern location on the premier cru in Meursault. The picture of Goutte d'Or is always the gold drop definition. So something rich and large. Not here. The flavor is perfect, subtle. It's close to white fruits, dried flowers. It's generous but subtle. I love the pulpy definition you can have on the palate. There is something so rich, ripe, but well balanced. It's like the blossom of the flower, something so delicate on the palate. I love this because it's never finished with the aftertaste. It's so long and so complex wine. This is a great definition for the Meursault Goutte d'Or. Exactly what we want to see on the glass. Meursault Charme. This is a cool location, down the hill with much more clay. Limestone is on the other ground. There is iron on this clay. It gives something much more large, deep, of course, because of the clay. But cool location always save the acidity. You are close to dried flowers, nuts, grapefruit one more time. Here is the great definition of Meursault charm. There is something large, complex, but the acidity gives something so energetic. I love the definition because it seems well balanced between the richness, the complexity, but there is a big vibration of acidity, and the wine seems so alive and fresh. I love this, and there is time and time on the future for this kind of definition. Meursault Genévrière. So important for us. This is the largest place we have on the estate, but it's not enough. I love the definition of this wine. The complexity of the flavor, it's white fruits, pulpy fruits, but well, when you taste this wine, you don't only drink something, but you eat something. You have the pulpy definition of the palate, and the limestone and clay is perfect here. We are middle of the slope on the heart of Meursault Premier Cru. This is one of the best locations in Meursault Premier Cru. But this wine is the perfect example of what we love on Chardonnay expression. The pulpy definition is so interesting. On the finishing, on the aftertaste, you have the limestone expression. There is a vibration, but it is large, rich, of course, ripe, but elegant. Elegant is really the main word for this wine. We finished the tasting with Meursault Père. Proud to own Meursault Père. This is the end of the hill of Meursault. We are close to Puligny. Everything seems so dislocated here. It's not the slope, but terrace and terrace. So we are so lucky with 3 different identities. You have exotical flavor coming from one, close to the Puligny Combet. Another one higher on the location gives the acidity. The third one gives the minerality. But they add each of one something on the complexity in the glass. It seems so rich, ripe. Flavor is so interesting, delicate but really expressive. The body is perfect. You have the ripeness, the richness, but it's so well balanced. The vibration coming from the limestone here, we are on the rocks, give a very mineral and practically salty definition. It can be perfect with seafood. I love this wine because it's not the high expression of Meursault, but really it's Meursault Père expression. The identity is so interesting. I love this wine. This is one of the best we can have, with a very high complexity, but so fresh, vibrant. This is a high expression wine. So I keep Meursault Père on my glass. I want to say you are so proud to own so many places and so many identities, but we are proud first of the very high expression of each of one. It's exactly what we want. We love Chardonnay, of course, but it's not Chardonnay definition, it's terroir definition. And here is really the signature of Bouchard Père wines. We love this and we want to work on this way every time. It's everywhere the same people working on the vines, but also vinificated with the same philosophy, the same reflection. And here there is only one message, le terroir. And this is something so magic and exceptional. Cheers, everybody.